I know you're here for cute and easy paper projects, and so in today's video, we're going to be using these gift bags. They were about $2.50 on sale at Hobby Lobby, and we are going to make the cutest Christmas project. So let's jump in and get started. We're going to start out with these gift bags from Hobby Lobby, and these are there all the time in their party section. I picked up red because we're using this for a Christmas project, but you could get any color for this, and this could really be any project. So we're going to remove the top handles from our gift bag, and the gift bags do still stay open for this project. You could put some glue up there if you want to close them. I don't think it really matters, but if you want to close them off, you can. So I'm just using some liquid glue. Mine came from Hobby Lobby. There's tons of brands of liquid glue. I'll link one down below if you want to pick some up. But we're going to go along the edges of the bag that open up to make the full bag. We're going to glue those shut. And then we're going to glue only on the sides where you open the bag to make the flat bottom. So we're going to glue just the left and right side, leaving an opening in the middle because that is going to be part of our project. So we're going to go ahead and do that for all 5 bags that come in this grouping. And then I'm just going to measure here to see how wide and how long the bag is because we're going to be cutting some scrapbook paper. I recently got this like mystery box from Facebook Marketplace that had all this scrapbooking stuff in it. And it had this paper that had seen better days. It was kind of warped. But I decided to use it for this project because it's kind of a junk journal type-esque project and it turns out fine. So if you're worried about scrapbook paper that gets destroyed, this is a perfect project for that. So we're just going to use a tape runner. We're going to go on all 4 sides because I want this to be pretty secure onto our bag, and then we're just going to secure it. So this is going to be the front of our project that we're making, and then I'm going to take the other side of the bag, which is where we glued. This is the portion of the bag that you would have opened up and been the bottom. We're going to take some scrapbook paper and we're going to cover that as well. And I did go ahead and measure online or like on the video so you could see what the measurements were. I went ahead and cut mine a tiny bit smaller than the measurements of the bag just so the red portion would show. Then we're just going to take some more of our tape runner and we're going to put it on all 4 sides of our paper and we're going to glue it down to our paper. So here I was, I wanted some of the red parts to show, so I had to go back and cut a little bit more off. But again, we're just going to go ahead, use our tape runner, tape it down. Then we're going to take another piece of paper and we're going to make it a different pattern and we're going to be covering the top portion. So you might be wondering like, why aren't we going to go over the entire portion of this bag? Well, it's because we're going to be using that flap to hold something. So we left that open for a reason, but we don't want to have just the plain bag. So we're going to go ahead and add some paper there. So I'm going to go ahead and measure again, and it's a little less than 8, and I went a little less than 8 when I used my paper cutter, and then it's a little less than 6 here, and I went ahead and did like a little notch before 6 with my paper. But you can do, how much of the bag you want showing depends on how much of the paper you're going to cut. Then we're just going to use our tape runner again, and we're going to go over the 4 sides of our paper, and we're going to glue it down to our bag. So this is super easy. Anybody can make this project, I promise. And it was a lot of fun to make. So I really hope you guys try this one out. I know you think we're making a journal, but we're not actually making a journal, but I don't want to tell you what we're making yet. So we're going to go ahead and do the same process for all 5 bags. I set it up the way that I wanted to open, and so it has one blank page and then one page with a pocket until you get to the end, and then it has 2 pocket places. Now you can use this for what we're going to hold it for, and then on the other side you could still use it for that, or you could add like some journaling or things like keeping a record of what we're putting in our pockets. I know I'm being mysterious, but anyway, it gives you some options on the side. So we're going to continue to do all of our bags with our scrapbook paper, just measuring and using our tape runner to glue them down. I used the tape runner for all of the scrapbook papers and embellishments that we're going to use to decorate this one. And but if you don't have a tape runner, then definitely a glue stick would probably work for this, or you could use the liquid glue as well. So I'm going to go ahead, do the rest of our bags, and then we're ready to move on to the next portion of this project. Once I have those all completed, I'm going to take my ruler and just kind of measure the side here. We're going to add some holes because I'm going to add some jump rings here. So I kind of wanted it to be centered. I'm only going to use 2 jump rings for this. And you can pick up jump rings at Hobby Lobby or online. I'll link some down below. So I'm using my crocodile and I'm just going to go kind of into the middle there. And then when I go to measure the rest of the bags, I'm going to use the hole I already punched, draw a circle, and then go into the middle of the circle. That way they will all line up when we're done. And I am here to say that yes, they all lined up and there was no issues when we put our jump rings in. So I'm just using 2. Like I said, they go in really easy and there's lots of space. You could put 3 here if you wanted. And if you don't want to use the jump rings, I did actually see somebody make a project kind of like this one, but only using the discs from like a Happy Planner. So we're going to just show you here that all of our pockets are open and we're ready. So I'm ready to kind of reveal here what we're going to make this into. But before I do that, we're going to cut these little white pieces of paper into 1.5 by 1.5 squares. We're going to add some letters here and we're going to be spelling out the word cards. So we're going to go ahead, add the letters, and then we're going to say 26. And then we're going to take some scissors and we're going to cut around the letters because we're kind of giving this a junk journal vibe. If you don't like that look, by all means, add the embellishments the way that you like. But this was just kind of a fun idea. I realized later that I didn't like distress any of my papers. Or I should have, because my papers were kind of like old fashioned, like cream colored, and then this was stark white paper. I didn't realize that until I was totally finished and had it all put together. But I still like how it turned out, but just to keep that in mind, if you're using more of an antique paper, make sure you give this a little bit of a distress. So taking our scissors, we're just going to kind of cut around. We're not going to do any like specific special cutting. I just kind of go in a circle to give it kind of a bubble letter look. And then we're going to go ahead and using our tape runner again, we're going to glue it on to our bag. Now, I found this really cool package of ephemera at Hobby Lobby. It is out right now. They aren't on sale. I did pick it up without being on sale, but once they start going on sale, it's a really good price. You get 2 of each of the pieces, and there is a ton in here. I didn't actually look to see how many pieces you get, but there is so many pieces, and we're going to use this whole, we don't use up the whole thing, but we're going to only use this to decorate our project. So I really liked how this turned out. It's a little plain here at the beginning, and I do kind of go back to put some more in there. But we are making a Christmas card holder. Now, I've seen a few people do it. I'll link the one that I got my original design idea from down below. She used little golden books to make hers. But the really cool part about that is she had been collecting them for so many years. And then she displays them in her Christmas like decorating, and I thought that that was so neat. I wish I had saw this sooner because I would definitely put those out. I like to decorate with like very traditional Santas and all that. I have quite a collection of Santas, and so I just think this would be so cute to put out. So I'm definitely going to do that this year. This is mine, and I had some comments in one of my later last couple videos talking about like making journals and what do we actually do with them. And that was kind of what inspired me to make this project because I thought, this is one that we're going to actually use. So for those of you who watch my videos and you're kind of like, what do I do with all these? Like, it's cool, but then what do I do? This project is for you. You are on my mind, and I thought, you know what, we're going to make one that we're actually going to use, and I'm going to actually decorate it. So this is my Christmas card holder for the year. I've done a couple of Christmas card exchanges in the past with some friends, and I'm excited to sign up for one again this year because now I have a place to hold all my cards, and I'm super excited to do that. So yes, I am going to use this as a Christmas card holder. So now I'm going to take some ribbon and we're just going to kind of measure out how long we think that we need it. And then we're going to be tying a knot onto our jump ring. So if you're worried that this is going to be too bulky or our papers or bags are not going to be able to turn, they will turn just fine. You're going to see here in a minute. It doesn't complicate you like turning the pages at all. I don't totally stuff it, but I do put a good amount on, and I do use this like pom-pom ribbon too. So if you want to put more on, you could. This is just the ribbon I had on hand, but I really like the pom-pom ribbon, and I always pick up extra at Dollar Tree during Christmas because you can use it during the year, like the red ones you can use for Valentine's or things like that. So once I have all of my ribbons that I like picked out, I'm going to go ahead and tie them onto the jump rings. Nothing fancy. I'm just going to tie them into a knot. I didn't show myself decorating the inside of the journal so much. I did use just the ephemera that was in the packet from Hobby Lobby, and then I had this washi tape on hand, and so I decided it just kind of looked a little unfinished going between the top paper and the bottom paper. So I'm going to use this washi tape, and I went ahead and used it for each one of the pockets, and we're just going to add that here. It says ho ho ho, it's green, it matches the Santa vibe, and it matches uh, the ephemera. So here is the final flip through of our journal, and I'm going to go ahead and add some cards here. These are just blank cards that I had on hand because it's not Christmas yet, but I wanted you to kind of get the idea of like what it looks like. These are still in the envelopes, so that means they're kind of a little bit more puffy than they would be if you just had cards, but just to show you, like, here it is being stuffed, and you can fit quite a few cards in here. So if you're somebody who gets a lot of Christmas cards, this is a fun project for you. I hope you loved today's project as much as I did. This is super fun and I cannot wait to use it this year. If you want to keep on crafting with me, let's go to this video next. I'll see you there. Stay crafty, friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!